Hey guys, Sarah from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I am doing a little bit of just kind of laid back creek fishing. I didn't even take my other camera with me today. That's why the intro is just on my GoPro here, but I'm fishing with this little 2-inch easy shiner in this creek today. And I haven't fished this section of the creek in over a month. I fished it a lot when it was warmer weather. Haven't been here in a while. I think this tiny little swim bait will do pretty well, or should do pretty well, because it's basically what has been catching me a lot of fish lately. And you probably know that if you've been watching the videos, because I've been using it so much. But it should be able to catch pretty much any species of fish, and hopefully it'll at least catch me some fish today. Oh, there's a fish. Okay. I thought I had some bites in there. Is this a crappie? It is a little crappie. Look at that. I've never caught a crappie out of this creek before. That's kind of cool. A little baby crappie. I thought I was getting some bites over there. I couldn't tell. I thought I might just be hitting a tree or some stumps or something, but I must have been getting bites. It's just a little baby crappie, but I will take it. First crappie ever out of this creek. This was only a few minutes into fishing, so I'm definitely gonna make some more casts over there, because it seems like there's some more fish over there. But there he goes. There's another one. Next cast. It's probably a crappie. Oh no, this is a big old sunfish. It's a big old bluegill. There we go. All right, so I'm glad I made a few more casts over there. At first I thought I was just hitting a tree and I didn't want to get stuck, so I almost didn't cast over there anymore, but apparently it was fish. Got 2 casts in a row, I got a fish. That's pretty good. And most of the times I've fished this section of the creek, I've been going for bass, and I think I've actually never caught a fish out of this hole right here. But maybe this time of year, some of these other species are more active. And I am just using a smaller lure today. In the past, I've mainly just used bass lures here, so this is kind of exciting. It seems like there's some fish stacked up over here. Hopefully we'll get some more. There's a fish. Another crappie. There we go. That's fun. I keep getting bites over here. I knew there had to be more fish over there. And yeah, typically when you find one crappie somewhere, there's a lot more of them with it. So there might be a little school of crappie hiding down there. Oh, and I think a fish just surfaced, unless something fell from that branch. So while I had never caught a crappie out of this creek until today, I did actually have a guy that recently told me they stocked this place with crappie. So that must be true. There's a fish. Ooh, this might be a bass. Seems better. I cannot even tell where he is. Oh, there he is. Yep, it's a little bass. Okay, come here, fish. Boom. There we go. Little spotted bass there. Looks to be a spotted bass anyway. His coloring is a little different. I think it's just a spotted bass. Yep, just a spotted bass. It almost looked like almost looked like a shoal bass for a second, but I think it's just a spot, and there's pretty much only spotted bass in this creek anyway, so there we go. I knew the bass always put up a fight on this little ultralight. This is pretty fun. So today so far is turning out to be pretty good. When the weather gets colder in creeks like this, you definitely want to downsize your presentation. I mean, this tiny little finesse 2-inch swim bait is just working really well. And there's my 4th fish. Let me give this guy a nice little release here. Can't believe that the fish are actually still biting pretty well. There's a fish. There, oh my gosh, it's a tiny something. Okay, it's a tiny little sunfish. Well, I came back to the hole where I caught all the fish earlier, because I waited a good ways upstream. Didn't have any bites or anything, and the water was just kind of flowing really fast. And I think for this time of year, the fish are a lot less active. They probably don't really want to be in that current, so they're sticking in this deeper, slower pool right here. So that is probably the least impressive catch of the day, but I will take it. Just a little baby red breast sunfish right there. All right, y'all, it's a couple days later. I have about maybe 20 minutes to fish before it gets dark, so I'm gonna try to make the most of it of this little spillway here. Still using the little Keitech there, and we'll see if we can catch some more fish. There's a fish, there we go. First cast after I got my line untangled. So I got a huge knot in my line that took me about 5 minutes to get undone. But the first cast after that, I got this little perch. So the perch are still in here. These perch are, you know, a colder water fish. So I guess if you saw one of my latest videos, y'all know that I fished here and I caught quite a few perch. And it seems like with this colder weather, these perch are getting more active because they're more of a colder water species than probably anything else in here. There's a fish. Oh my gosh. 2 casts later. Oh, it's tiny little bass, I think. Man, there's a bunch of little bass in here too, and some of them are very little, like this guy. I'll take him though. It's a little baby largemouth. Now, I don't think we caught either of these species at the creek. So far in this video, we've caught a bunch of different species then. All right, well, this guy kind of swallowed the hook, so he might be a goner, but maybe he'll make it. He's not floating up or anything. Oh my gosh, another teeny bass. This one's even smaller. That was my first cast with this color. I mean, that is tiny. That would be the perfect size for a little fish tank. There's a fish. Oh, little bluegill. Or, I think it's a bluegill. Or no, it's a red breast. Little red breast sunfish right there. I know it's getting kind of dark, so y'all might not be able to see this fish too well on the GoPro, but oh my gosh, well, there he goes, swimming underneath those rocks somewhere. But I've had a bunch of little bites right around here, and I thought they were just more of those like tiny little bass, but they might have been some of those little red breast sunfish. Oh, a fish was chasing mine. I actually saw it. Got him. Oh, there we go. A crappie. I saw it chasing it. It's pretty small, but all right, y'all. Well, it's a few days later, and I fished the other spillway today, but I didn't catch anything. And I saw a little fish chasing my lure over here in this big spillway, and it was this little crappie, which I'm honestly surprised that there's crappie in here. It is like super shallow, but I mean, I'll take it. It's better than catching nothing. We've been out here for about 45 minutes or so with no luck. All right, well, that's the first crappie I've caught out of this spillway. I will take it.